Alright boys, I thought it would be ideal for me to just go ahead and literally run an AI creator from scratch and document the entire process. So this is step one in phase one, I guess you could say episode one of us doing this. As you can see here, I already have a creator that I claimed. It is a goth girl. This goth girl is like kind of like a muscle, like fit goth girl. But as you can see, there's already a lot of wall posts on this feed. Right now, roughly there is around 34 posts, one video up on these total posts. I'm gonna just show you guys real quick what it looks like once you get your creator. First, you're gonna be able to go to your vault, okay? And this vault is where all of the pre-generated content that you're given with the creator is stored. So you get anywhere from like 650 pieces of content all the way up to 1,000. I'm gonna have all of this blurred out, obviously, because it's not safe. And then here is what the actual profile looks like currently. So right now it has a profile photo that I'm not a big fan of. It doesn't have a banner. It needs a lot more wall posts. So in this video, I'm gonna set up the actual profile picture and I'm gonna set up the bio, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it should look like once it's like finished and once it's finalized, and then go into setting up the wall posts, how many wall posts should be put up and all that good stuff. So what I like to do in this case is pull up another page that's doing well, and you guys can copy literally what I'm doing exactly like step by step. Since this creator is kind of like a goth girl, like muscle mommy, I guess you could say, kind of creator, we're just gonna go with that vibe. So we have Ivy Thorn, I like that, that looks good. 0.2 miles away, okay, cool. Bio. We can kind of turn this into like a femdom page, or almost like a dominatrix, because she's got the muscles and she's a goth girl. So it kind of fits that description already. So I'm gonna kind of lean into that persona with the description. Obviously, the more explicit it is, the more conversions you're gonna get and the more interest you're gonna get in people wanting to actually subscribe. We'll optimize this. Obviously, this is just the base of it. So for birthdays in 2006, that means she's technically still 19. Okay, and then we'll add like a little black heart, okay, for the goth vibe. So like, this is very basic, guys. Like, I'm gonna go optimize this some more and I can show you how I would optimize it more in a second. First, let's just make sure we have some of this stuff updated. Teaser video, okay, this is new. I haven't seen this before, so that's really cool. I think it's smart to throw these, extras on. I think it's important to just give people other options to spend money. For the activity status, I would just always put online, and I'm gonna update this. Now, for the actual banner, I've noticed a lot of the AI creators that are killing it right now, what they do is they have they'll put explicit photos in the banner, but they'll cover like the breast with emojis, and they'll cover, down there with emojis as well. So it's not actually showing anything, but it's like pretty much like right there. Like if people are gonna see it, they're gonna be like, I need more, right? So I'm gonna set up something like that. Obviously I can't show you guys, but you can use something like Canva to just go in and create the format, and then obviously upload the images from the creator's vault in there to set up the banner. I'm gonna go ahead and upload a new profile picture. So let me just download some content from the vault real quick. I also think it's super important, guys, like make sure you have your shit organized while you're doing this, so create a new folder, name it, your creator's name, Ivy Thorn. And then if you're on desktop, like create this folder and just make sure you download everything into this folder. So if you want to like mass dump content, or you just want to have like a, specific place where you can always go and know there's content in there, you're good, right? Like you don't need to go hunting down for it and it's not scatterbrained everywhere. Cool. So for a profile photo, I'm gonna use one of these standing ones, and I'll probably use something that's like super fucking seductive. I mean, there's a lot of options in here, and I want to run through this fairly quick for you guys, almost like a speed run, but I'm gonna just choose probably, oh, here it is. Cool. So like once you download that, obviously I have my folder on the other screen, on the other desktop that you guys can't see. But now that that photo is in there, I can just go here to my profile and I can go to settings. I'm gonna just upload that new profile picture. So here we'll see desktop, and then I have Ivy Thorn somewhere on here. Where'd it go? Oh, boom, there, right? So now we can upload that new photo, and then once it uploads, we'll just hit save. Always make sure you go down here and update, just in case. I'm not a big fan of this, so I'm gonna change it. We'll find another one. I really want to show you guys like what a good example would look like. Let me pull that up for you guys real quick. We gotta go hunting for some more ideas. I really like the selfie ones, like of her holding the phone. But also we could do something like this. We could do something like this, and we can try that. Let's see how that would look. Settings, bada bing, bada boom. Cool. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I'm fucking with that more. I don't want to spend time like going out of my way to like crop it and cut it while I'm trying to do this for you guys, but like this is a good example. Just crop it a little bit better, you know, so she's more in the frame. And then I'm gonna go to Canva and I'm gonna make actually I'm gonna just do this on Photoshop. Let me do have Photoshop fucking rip it. If you don't, it's gonna be a little difficult. Well, actually Canva is just as easy. File, new. On the banner here, I believe it says, yeah, 1000 by 300. So I'm gonna just do a custom one. I'm gonna make it 1000 by 300. Okay, cool, that's done. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the vault. I'm gonna have to like blur this out. And then I'm gonna take some explicit images and throw some emojis over them, and then that'll be the banner for the creator's profile. By the way, here's the folder I was telling you guys about that you should have set up for saving your creator's images and putting them in an organized space. And then I'm gonna reorganize this, so I'll do like a new folder inside and put like explicit content, right? And then you can drag those ones we just dropped in there and update it. Now I want to go through and find some more explicit content, so I'll probably do like topless, and I'll take like 2 to 3 topless ones. I'll take 2 to 3 like bottomless ones, and then I'll put those in the banner with emojis over, you know, certain parts of the model's body, so they're not getting everything, but they're like being edged to the point where they're like, okay, I have to go subscribe because I need to see more. This one's unique because I think the creator's tongue is out, so I'll throw that one in the mix too. Now, once I have made the banner, I'll come back to you guys with an update. It's gotten a little late, obviously. I've been like dialing in these wall posts. Right now, currently at 60 photos, 17 videos, and then 85 likes. One thing I was gonna tell you guys is you can go through and you can like all of your own posts. Not only that, but if you do these like text posts right here, so I did some like just regular like text feed posts where it's just like talking about like random shit, those don't show up as photos or videos. So if you like them, it'll just make it look like the like ratio is higher than what's actually posted. Just a little quick tip and trick for you. Next, because I also wanted to add this to the bio because it's important that you have likes on the page so people see that like, okay, this model's getting a lot of engagement, it must be good, right? I added in the bio, PS, if you like all of my posts, I'll send you a freebie, which just means I'll send them a free piece of content after they like all the posts. Next, I would ideally like to have the amount of posts up to like 200 to 300 before even marketing, but I don't want to wait. And I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the night finishing up the post, but I don't wanna like wait to film this and just keep going through the process. I'll catch up on that later. Next, which is super important, is you wanna have your, where is it? You wanna have your links, okay? So you wanna create a new link and you wanna name it Instagram, right? So the first platform I have set up for this model is going to be Instagram. I'm going to take this link and then I'm gonna go into launchpad.launch your socials, okay? We'll blur that out, please. And then you're gonna go to Lander, and then you're going to sign in with Launchpad, okay? Continue as Tyler. Okay, cool. So now you're gonna go to collections. Once you're in collections, you're going to create a new collection. Name it your model's name, okay? Once you name it your model's name, you don't have to put a redirect here. You can just go ahead and create that, okay? This is where you go to actually create the link in bio, okay? So here you have general, and it's basic data. And then you have pages, okay? Pages are gonna be each like link in bio that you can make. So we'll create a page, we'll name this Instagram. And then the backslash for it will just be Ivy Thorn, okay? And then I always like to do orbit, and I like to do, this really doesn't matter if you're doing like a backdrop picture. Save page, and then you're gonna go to editor, and then this is where you can actually adjust everything, okay? So the name's Instagram, changing your slug will reset your analytics, so don't change this once you make it. And then you can go in here and be like, I'm online now, come text me. And then you can add, you know, your profile image. And I already adjusted these accordingly to make it look clean. So I'm gonna just go here. I'll choose the profile picture as this. And then I'll choose the background image as let's do this. Cool. Online indicator on, location on, response time, put like 5 minutes, and then just put, I'm not sure, we'll come back to this, but whatever you discount your creator's page to, you can add that percentage that it's discounted at, which actually just makes me come to think, let's just do that now. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. So you can come down here, and then there should be subscriptions, okay? Enable first time discount. You can make the first time discount okay, so the minimum's $3. So you can make it 75% off if you have it at $9.99. But if you have it at $14.99, okay, and then you wanna put it at, okay, the minimum's still $3, okay, then you can put it at $3.99, right? So that's 73% off, and then you can go down here, you can update that, and then we can come back to the landing page and we can put 73% off or whatever, okay? Now, make sure you save this, and then you're gonna go here and you're gonna go to new link, okay? So remember the link that we had in here, this Instagram link, we're gonna copy that link, and then we're gonna place that link here, okay? So then we can label it, you can put the most out-of-pocket shit if you want, honestly. I would just put like more of me, okay? This platform, this is gonna show like on the link what platform it's taking you to. Leave this blank, or you can just put fan place. Yeah, they added that recently. So you can put fan place, then you can put buzzing. I usually would just leave this blank, but I don't think it makes a difference, okay? And then you can click save, okay? So you hit save on this and on this, and now if we wanna preview this, this is what it's gonna look like, okay? This is what it'll look like on mobile, pretty much. Just so you guys can see how it'll look. And then you can literally go back into the landers, okay? And then when you go back to analytics and you go back to pages, you can take this same page, okay? And you can duplicate it, and then you can rename it. Once you go in here to rename it, you can rename this one X, okay? Or let's do threads, okay? And then I would just make the /IV X thorn, got it. Now we can leave this exactly the same. We can hit save on that. Then we'll go back here and hit new link, and we'll name this one threads. Cool, all right, submit, boom. This will be our tracking link for threads traffic. So then we'll go back to lander, take that exact link, place it here. Now you will know exactly what's coming from Instagram and what's coming from threads. So you can divvy up how the traffic's being tracked to a T, okay? Which is my favorite part about this. Now you go back, and then you go back to pages, and then now you have your links for threads and Instagram, and you can just recreate and replicate that process as you expand on the platforms. Now that that's done, I can confidently go to Instagram if I already have one set up or an aged one, and I can basically say, okay, I'm gonna put the Instagram link here, and then now when I start posting, I know it's gonna be tracked to a T, and then I can track that data and say, okay, Instagram's doing great, right? I can see, how many active visitors, unique visitors, the bounce rate, session durations, all that stuff. And then once I go in here, it'll also show the clicks and also the conversions to that. So if I go into the Instagram link, which is this one, and then I now click fan place, and then I go here, if we come back here, this should refresh, and it should have one click. Boom, there we go. All this is tracked. This is super important data to know. I highly suggest having this set up before you do any kind of marketing for your creators. And if you don't have this set up, get this shit set up ASAP, okay? Now that's pretty much everything for actually setting up the page and important things that you need to know. One thing I did want to mention is if you have the money to, okay, go and generate a bunch of just random videos. Like for example, this is like a goth girl muscle mommy. So what I'm going to do is like a lot of flexing content, all right? And then once you have all these videos, go and post them on the actual feed, because when they see videos are posted, it just looks better. It looks more appealing, okay? That is everything for the page setup. Now next, I wanna show you guys the Instagram that I have set up for this creator that I literally just set up as we speak. And I'm gonna show you kind of like the idea and the goal with it, okay? This is another AI models account that I had that I like put some money behind. It was another blonde girl, but she wasn't a goth girl. Changed it. I put like maybe $100 behind this page, and I think the highest viewed video was like 30K from boosting it. And then as you can see, I already have it set up. So the reason I wanted to go and make these links is so I can go and update the IG bio, right? So I'm gonna do that from my phone here, and we'll be able to see exactly what I would suggest your Instagram looks like whenever you're setting it up for your AI model, for best performance and actual like best conversions. So I just updated the bio on the actual Instagram profile itself. Once that saves, we can refresh here. And then now we can see, boom, it's gonna come to IVX Thorn's Instagram tracking link. And then here we have the first post. I literally just put this up 11 minutes ago. I would say this page is already warmed up, so I'm not going to do a warm-up process for it. It's going to be pretty easy to, get going, I would say. And then I'm going to start taking some of these reels and posting the reels on the page, probably like 2 to 3 times a day. But that's how you should set up, so far, just the actual page itself, and then also understanding the tracking links, and then also how you should set up the Instagram. And as you can see here, gothgirl/musclemommy19, message me below, hee, double emoji, black heart, like boom, like we're already fucking killing it. Keeping it simple. I think, less is more, and you don't have to look so desperate to get people to want to subscribe. Obviously, once you're here, it's a little bit different because you really got to juice them up. But that's the most important parts of setting all of this stuff up for now. Once I expand to threads and I get threads set up, I'll obviously dive into that for you guys. I need to go in and I need to update the threads account. But as you can see, threads was performing exceptionally well. It just needed more consistency. And now we can actually continue to track that data and much more. So that's everything for now. Once I actually set up other platforms and, progress, I'll be recording for you guys and updating you guys. But this is like the basic intro to how to set up your creator's page, and personally, what I think is best, and then also how to set up the Instagram for best conversions and best engagement. So I'll leave it at that for now. That's today's little tutorial. And as I said, I expand and do more, I'll expand and record those, step by step, whether it's threads, TikTok, all that good stuff. But that's everything. Please apply this. This is also a lot of stuff that's covered inside of the free education. So if you haven't watched that already, this is almost just like a more summarized, straight to the point video and version of that. Hope you guys are enjoying so far, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial.